We came into a point that the structure that supports our life in a community are a big pipe that comes from nobody knows where, but we need it and we use it. The air and the food comes in trucks or in boats, in ferry, and we are totally separated of those processes. So our life in the city is not natural. It's not livable. We are depending on fossil energy, but we are depending on many non-natural processes. The worst thing at all is that we don't see the crisis coming. We don't see the crisis coming. And sometimes people say it. And people say that, and they sound apocalyptic. And, okay, yeah, right, let's drink some beer. But and at the same time, the reaction to crisis is even worse than the crisis itself.
Firstly, recognition. The second thing is we've got to accept responsibility for our role in making those changes. And the third thing is we've actually got to respond. Okay, so you can have one or other of those, but unless you actually have the response, you're not going to get anywhere.
It's sort of like, let's take the time that we've got here to move forward and put in place the steps, put in place the framework, and start doing that on a daily basis in terms of what you do and what you think about. I would say that actually part of what would be quite useful in any society confronting the sorts of issues that we're going to be confronting is a pretty hard look at democracy and just exactly what it is delivering and how it's delivering, and does it need to be changed. I would have to say that stuff the Local Government Act and the Resource Management Act. I would have to say that the only way that we're going to make progress here is if communities take the reins and organise themselves and show what they are able to achieve in whatever way makes sense to them. We are going to have to examine virtually everything, and democracy and what we are being sold at the moment as democracy and what we are being told it is delivering us also needs to be examined, I feel. And that's for the people to do.
What's development? What's development? Have more money? Bigger bank account? Or basic satisfaction of basic human needs? What's democracy? The power for me to do whatever I wanted? That's not democracy, in my opinion, my modest opinion.
Accept your responsibility, embrace your responsibility, and go with it. Do stuff. Come up with things that you really want to gather some people around to help you, to work with you, and just go for it. And what we'll end up with is we'll end up with all these paths, these ways that we are creating sustainability. It will be happening. We will be moving, and that's really what we need to do. So just find something you're keen on, what Prue said, and go with it. Do it, something that really inspires you, and yeah, you will create the movement, you will be the movement, and that's what we need movement.
I would say let's not be overawed by what's in front of us and let that act as a block. I would say there are lots of things that each and every one of us can get involved in, and we don't all have to be doing everything.
The first steps are necessary, and if you can do it while you have some cash, while you have some technology available, you will be prepared. If you don't do it, then it's a big disaster.
We are going to have to examine virtually everything, and democracy and what we are being sold at the moment as democracy and what we are being told it is delivering us also needs to be examined.